Hi, I'm Tanya Steele, editor-in-chief of Epicurious.com, and you're watching Around the World in 80 Dishes. Today we're making a Moroccan lamb tagine with almonds and honey and raisins. And we're making it with my good friend here, Eve Felder, a CIA chef. And Eve, I understand that you've actually been to North Africa and you know a little bit about tagines.
I do. And I spent a glorious 2 weeks for, actually it was for a birthday. It was unbelievable, up in the high Atlas Mountains. It's just beautiful. But one of the things that we brought back was tagine, which is a cooking vessel.
What does a tagine actually do? Is it's made out of clay, right, and it's glazed?
Yes, and it's actually low-fired, so it's almost like a throwaway dish, to be perfectly frank. But it acts as if it's an oven, so it's slow cook, it seals in the food, and it just slow cooks and makes the delicious, delicious stew.
So it's
which is essentially what we're doing.
What a tagine is. So it's kind of like a Dutch oven, but a more beautiful Dutch oven than I've ever seen.
Isn't it pretty?
All right, so let's get me to work. Tell me what to do first.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our lamb that's been cut into 1-inch cubes, and this is lamb shoulder, and you're going to mix it with ras el hanout. Ras el hanout. Yeah. You're interested in it.
I am.
Right?
You know, that is the spice that Moroccans use most, right? Isn't that? It's made out of 20 different things.
It is. Sweet spices like coriander, cinnamon, cumin, nutmeg, mace. Probably something you may not know, but it always includes Spanish fly. It is considered an aphrodisiac.
Is it really?
And so when I was in Morocco, I actually bought some ras el hanout, and the Spanish fly is this fluorescent, brilliant-looking fly. But that's what it is. So we're going to add the spice.
Okay.
And so the ras el hanout, the saffron, the ginger.
Now, saffron is also something that's very indigenous, right, to Morocco.
It is.
Very expensive, right, so you only use a little bit.
Exactly. Salt and pepper, and then you're going to add your water.
Okay.
And you're going to mix that all together. A fair amount of salt, Tanya.
Okay.
It looks like it's more, as you know, than it really is because it's kosher salt. It's
I see. Okay.
Thick grain. And so if you add the water, and then you're going to whisk all of that together.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, working it so it doesn't have any lumps. Beautiful.
Okay.
And then let's take your whisk that around. So you can use a spoon, but it just makes sure, using a whisk assures that you don't have lumpy spices. Then we're going to go ahead and add your lamb to that. And you've got a spoon right here. Let's get all that expensive.
The saffron off.
Saffron.
Yep. So this is lamb shoulder, you said.
It is.
Just cubed. And you can ask the butcher to actually do this for you.
Exactly.
Lamb is something that's very indigenous with the Moroccan cuisine as well. Is that correct? Is that oftentimes any kind of meat you're eating is lamb?
Yeah. And you see it hanging, of course, in the markets, and they eat every part of it, so it's very, very delicious. Okay, so now you've added the lamb. You need to add the grated onion, which also is very, very traditional.
Oh, that's interesting.
Just peel onion and do it on a grater.
Okay.
It's very easy. Actually, quicker. You don't cry as much.
If you do it on a grater?
It goes
I
much
didn't know
faster.
That. And the garlic?
There you go, the garlic. Minced garlic. Wonderful cinnamon sticks.
So you just throw them in whole. You don't grate them?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you can pull them out later or not. It actually looks really, really beautiful. And then finally, you're going to add the butter.
Wow. I'm surprised by the butter.
It does seem unusual, doesn't it? But it adds a rich unctuousness to it.
Thank you. Just unsalted butter.
That's right.
Okay.
So you've added the butter. It's going to come up to a high simmer. Turn it to a low simmer. Cover it, and it'll cook for an hour and a half.
Okay, great. All right, so in the next video, we'll put in the remaining ingredients and plate it up.
There you go.